Psalm 42:4. When I remember these things, I pour out my soul within me. For I used to go with the multitude. I went with them to the house of God with the voice of joy and praise, with a multitude that kept a pilgrim feast. I think of um, people in my past that have been self-proclaimed Christians, and have even had actions that led you to be convinced they were Christians. And now I look at these people and they're antichrists. And when I say antichrist, I'm not talking about the end times devilish figure that's manipulating the world. I'm just thinking of a person who is against God, against our faith, against the Bible, mocking God, mocking the Bible, mocking believers. Those are antichrists. And so us as believers, I'm sure all of us can think of somebody in our past that was a believer and even appeared to have a strong faith. But now we look at that person and we see an unbeliever, an antichrist, mocking us, mocking God. And we know that person never had the faith. We know that whatever they were doing was entertaining a faith, dabbling in the faith. And I look at that as more of a conditional relationship where it's, hey, God, if you give me what I want, you give me the spouse I want, the job I want, the money I want, the health I want, I'm all yours. Well, what we all know here on earth is we don't get all that we want in the ways we want them, how we want them. And so as soon as that person that had that conditional relationship with God, as soon as something wasn't allowed in their lives, whether it was the spouse, usually it's a spouse, it's not all a job usually doesn't break somebody and turn them into an unbeliever. It's usually uh, a personal relationship. That person then mocks God and is defiant and rebellious, and so I pray that our relationship with God would not be that way. That our relationship with God would be unconditional from our perspective.